Now, the reason that advanced insider doctors, all right, and scientists never die of cancer is because they know what causes it. Right? Now, it isn't a deficiency of chemotherapy or a deficiency of radiation. Right? From a scientific standpoint, when I talk about being scientific, that means purely scientific means it's going to work for every person, every time, 100% of the time. If you talk about something being 3% or 6%, we already know that there are about 200 different causes of cancer, and about 6 of them are affected by chemotherapy. The rest of them, we just give people chemotherapy in order to what? Run up bills? I don't know. It's not going to do anything to eliminate the cancer. Okay, so the scientific, simple scientific cause of all cancer is a deficiency of oxygen at the cellular level. Right? Now that doesn't mean in the bloodstream with a little oximeter. Right? That means at the cell, inside the mitochondria of the cell. So all we got to do is teach people, right, how to get the oxygen in there, because it's impossible for a fully oxygenated cell to ever become cancerous. 472,000 people died last year because didn't have that information. But don't get me wrong, now in the last 2.5 weeks, I've gone to 2 doctors. Neither one of them knew the cause. One of them wanted to know why I wasn't taking what do you call it, a statin drug, because I'd had a heart attack. I said, because it causes cancer. And he argued with me for 2 or 3 minutes before I just forgot it. The same thing with an orthopedist. I said, I really don't like x-rays. Wanted to x-ray my knee. I said, I've had an x-ray on it. Use the old x-ray. So, well, nobody ever died of cancer of the knee. I said, well, cancer is systemic. Well, he didn't know what I was talking about, so I dropped that one too. So what we have to do, right, is we're going to develop a group of people, right, and we're going to teach the world, right, and prove it to them, and then guarantee that, all right, that after you follow this protocol, right, if you get cancer, we will pick up the tab for the really advanced, all right, approach to eliminating cancer. Now, the first thing we need to do, right, is we'll start off with the secret code to health. All right, that's the code that extends youth for the young and extends longevity. All right, for elder people. All right, and if you can remember code, C-O-D-E. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll teach people the code, all right, because the code then determines the length of the telomeres on the end of the chromosome, the DNA code, right? And that's what determines how long we live. It isn't how many years we've been around. It's the length of those telomeres and the health of those little telomeres on the end of the DNA code. Okay, all right. So with that in mind, what we want to do is if this lasts about 2 or 3 minutes, that was what we wanted, all right, and we'll send you another 2 or 3 minutes at a time so you can understand it, and so you can give us feedback, right? And, before long we'll have something we can be proud of. Okay, that's enough for today.